On that topic of the hiring issues, I know COVID was very challenging for hospitality, not only for hiring, but also just in terms of regulations. Can you be open? Can you not be open? I would love to hear Jasper Paul's experience with COVID and your clients. But one quick thing before that. I misspoke and I said St. Louis, and you corrected me in like a super classy PR way. And you slipped in Kansas City when you were giving me the answer. I don't even know if you picked up on it or not.
Well, I don't think people like think of us as beyond St. Louis, and like it's not. I mean, it's like something we're like starting to dabble in. So it's not even like that market is fully developed. But I love Kansas City. My husband's from there, so like. I think there's a lot of synergies in both of our markets and the work that we do here. There's opportunities for an agency like that there. So yeah, it's still a baby idea. So you're not wrong of saying it. So
well, I appreciate the correction either way, and you slipping it in there. Yeah. But going back to the COVID issue, and it was a big issue for the hospitality world. How did you navigate that? How did it impact your clients? Like, what were some of your takeaways from that experience?
Yeah, I mean, it was terrible. I remember do you remember, like, everything shut down on, like, a Friday. It was like they started canceling NCAA basketball games.
Yeah, in Canada. So I think...
Were you here?
I was in Canada at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember it was right before March break.
Yeah.
And they were saying, like, I think March break's going to be extended for, like, another week or something like that.
Yeah.
And then everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. Well, I was supposed to get married that summer, and I remember... March, and I remember having a conversation with the client, like, I hope it's okay by June. And he's like, it better be okay by June. And little do we know it wasn't. But yeah, I knew pretty quickly, like, oh no, like this is gonna be bad. And if everything shut down, like what is gonna happen? And so I mean, I can picture where I was, like sitting on the edge of my bed, just calling every single client and being like, what can we do to help you? And like, I mean, everybody was just panicked. But to see how people adapted and responded, and I just had this conversation with one of my teammates last night. Like, we went to a restaurant yesterday for lunch, full dining room now, and a full rack of to-go orders that people have placed online. I'm like, that part of their business did not exist before COVID. Like, yes, that took so much for people to figure out how to do online ordering and pick up and all of that. But like, now a lot of these restaurants have 2 revenue streams coming in on any day of service because they were able to adapt. But I think from our client perspective, again, we rep everything from big brands to small independent restaurants. And something I'll never forget, but Adam Tilford, he's the owner of Mission Taco Joint. Shout out to Adam. But I remember I called him, just kind of panicked, and I was like, I was offering every client like pretty quickly half retainers. Cause I was like, I just need like at least half so I can not have to, let go of my staff.
So you knew to jump right into survival mode?
I did. I just knew it was going to be bad. And I didn't want to wait to the point that they were nervous to tell me they couldn't pay me anymore and have that be one more stressor on their plate. But I remember I called Adam and I said, what can we do? We can cut your retainer in half. And he said, Katie, he was like, keep charging us what you're charging us. And he was like, give that reduction to somebody else that needs it. Like, what? I mean, that's like a testament of the hospitality industry. Like, he knew that we worked with smaller restaurants that like they were barely being able to afford what we charge anyway, let alone something like this. So again, we all support each other. Like, I'm so thankful that like the clients that we worked with through the pandemic, like, did find a way to keep paying us at least something, to keep going. And we adapted. And it's kind of like how our social media side of the business grew, because things were changing so quickly that clients needed help. Like, hey, we're launching this cool new special. Like, we work with Schlafly Beer, like within a matter of days, like they put together this special can beer release called Sidework that benefited the hospitality industry, and like we released the beer and it's picked up on like every local news station and sells out, and just so many cool things like that where like hustle, and what can come out of that to like just build everybody up. And restaurants were still like giving away the house to benefit other people in need. Like we did like a drive-through, pay as you can, pay what you can drive-through of like different restaurants where people could drive through, pay what they want, and they could get a breakfast burrito from this place or a breakfast sandwich from this place or whatever. And some people came through and were like, I have no money and I like haven't eaten in a week. We gave them a free breakfast burrito. The next car paid $50. Like the St. Louis community is so philanthropic. Like it's great. And my mom always said that like St. Louis gives back, and they really do. Like it's so cool. Like we incorporate charity partnerships a lot because people do like to see that like, oh, there's this fun pizza on the menu, but the fact that then a portion of that goes back to a charity that they care about, like just adds another level of kind of goodwill to things. But yeah, so we just, through those COVID times, it was like, how are people adapting? We were doing at-home kits and, cooking at home and takeout and fun partnerships and things like that, and made it through on the other side. And then it was, hard to hire people back, and there was a whole new set of issues once things kind of opened up again. But, it's kind of leveling off now. But and some things have gone back to how they were, and some things I don't think will ever go back to how they were.
So an interesting part of your answer there, you were entirely focused on your clients. Even like the hiring piece, I'm sure it wasn't easy on you with the way, kind of remote work changed things, and just the way we've seen some of our costs go up, as business owners and things like that. So what about for Jasper Paul? What were some of the challenges you faced aside from, trying to keep some clients and their retainers and things like that?
Yeah.
Did you have issues with hiring or anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, we were a team of 4 at that time. So thank goodness, like, oh God, I can't even imagine, knock on wood, it never happens again. 'Cause I can't imagine doing that now with a team of 12, but, I didn't pay myself for 3 months. I mean, I was just so concerned about everyone else around me. And luckily my now husband at the time, like, I'm so glad I had his support and all of that. But I mean, I was depressed. Like I definitely, like, it was very hard. Like my life is around finding connection in these restaurants and things. And then that's just like taken away, overnight. And I know a lot of people in the hospitality industry struggled with it too. But for my team, I just wanted to like be able to keep supporting them. And then obviously like PPP money helped tremendously. And thank goodness that was an option, because it could have been a different story if that were the case. But the fact that it was 4 of us, I was able to navigate it. And we just all worked from home. And, Lauren, who's my, partner at the company still to this day, had a child in the middle. It's just like, it was hard, like personally and professionally. And I think we just did what we could to get by and be there to support I needed to be there to support my team and then clients. And then, maybe taking care of myself was the last thing that was a priority then, but we got through it.